What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Just Saying podcast. I'm your host, Justin Martindale, and this week's guest, I am so excited. He is an actor. You've seen him in Black Mirror. You've seen him in commercials. He's got a podcast called So What?
Sorry What?
Sorry What?
yeah, it's
no,
okay.
But Sorry What?
I'll change it to So What.
Yeah, and overall great comedian.
Thank you.
It is Jared Goldstein. Everyone, welcome.
Thank you. Hi.
Yes.
I'm excited to be here.
Sorry, my brain is a little mushy.
That's okay. You're full of fuel.
I have my fuel. You guys, plant-based protein in a can. It's great.
Wait, turn the label.
Supplement.
Turn the label. There you go.
I literally just got back from Vegas an hour ago.
Oh my God, amazing.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Vegas?
I was doing the Cellar.
Gorgeous.
14 shows, mama.
Yes.
14 shows.
Was it fun?
It was fun, but damn.
I know. I do hear that.
It is it is a marathon.
Yeah.
It was great. The crowds were fantastic. It's a little surreal for me because Land, our producer, was at my show last night. And here we are.
You're all here.
Here. Yeah.
In one piece.
It was a fun show. Oh, take your time, Land.
No, it was a great show.
Yeah. We had great comics, Jackie Fabulous, Alonzo Bowden, Ryan Goodcase. Do you know him?
Yes.
So good.
Yeah, he's great.
And we just and Mark Cohen. It was fantastic, but I have never left a town faster.
Really?
This morning, I woke up at 5 a.m., shoved my shit in my car, got on the highway, never looked back. And my GPS was like, shat me out in Burbank, and then literally got home, dropped my shit off, said hi to my fiance, my dog, and it was like, okay, bye.
Okay,
showered.
perfect life.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect life alert.
It was great.
Did you have like an amazing, magical Vegas night?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Just one. I mean,
that's perfect.
but I don't do I'm not like, we're going to go to Tao and do blow. It wasn't like, I actually went to the Nowhere
You went
Lounge.
to P.F. Chang's and you did ketamine. Like a lady.
Like a lady,
Yeah.
yes. Since the Gilded Age premiered last night. No, I actually went to Nowhere Lounge, which is at the Fontainebleau Hotel, which I've never been to. Really cute.
Okay.
Smells amazing. And Michaela Gordon, my friend, was singing. She has a residency there.
Oh my God.
If you're ever in Vegas, go see her at the Nowhere Lounge. It's fantastic. So I got to see her. She sings like kind of like a postmodern jukebox kind of style, like pop songs, but makes them jazzy with like a bass player and drums and
That
saxophone.
sounds like my nightmare, but
It was great.
But I'll go and I'll support.
It was a great night. I was like, you know what? I want a $35 martini. And I got one.
Oh, bitch.
It was good.
That's crazy.
It was great.
Because the thing is, it's like, if I go to Vegas, I want to shop, but then it's also like, I'm sure all the prices are super inflated.
Yeah, there was that. I almost went to the fashion mall because I was like, let's go check out some stuff. And then they were like, you got to go check out the outlets.
Ooh, but the outlets aren't great in Vegas.
I learned that.
They're not great.
While I was by myself in
when you go to
111.
Palm Springs, go to the outlets.
I know. That's the
Cabazon.
one. And those are good. This outlet was just like boxy and wrinkled. And I was like, I don't recognize any of this. I know the names of the stores, but I don't recognize any of these items. And I left empty-handed.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah.
I've left an outlet mall empty-handed.
Had some really good moments there, though. There was Sunday Fun Day at the pool where I was staying at the Rio. They were just... it's not like an adult pool or kid pool. It's just everyone has a big pool, and they were blasting WAP, the uncensored version.
Oh my God.
And I was like, this is weird. I can't be here.
Why?
I'm not going to, no.
Oh, okay.
I don't need children like swimming to get a bucket and a mop, you know?
Yeah.
We had a guy get taken out in a stretcher like our second night there. He like passed out from the heat in the show. And they brought in like...
In the show?
Yeah.
Oh, because he was just out in the heat all day. Came in.
Big guy.
Whoa.
Sweaty.
EMT.
EMT.
Damn, Vegas is crazy. That is the one thing I'm like, that's just the... If I never was in 110 degree weather ever again in my life, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty brutal, but overall fun. Glad I did it.
Yeah.
But I want to say, how was your Pride Month? This is the end.
Okay.
Of the month or just in general. We don't know.
So for starters, I missed Pride. It was on the 1st this year.
Yeah.
Crazy. June 1st?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
It started the 31st of May. And we were like, what?
I fully missed it because also I used to live in this neighborhood for a long time up until about a couple months ago. And so even if I forgot that it was Pride Sunday, I would hear it.
Yeah.
And I would go, oh, it's Pride Sunday. Oh, what should I do? Let's go do something. And I was in Los Feliz and I just totally missed it. I came here on like Tuesday and
when it's over, they're like cleaning up.
I just came here on Tuesday just to be here. And then Mandy was like, hey, where were you? And I was like, what?
Oh,
and that's why I found out I missed Pride altogether. But then it's been fun. I went to Edmonton, Alberta.
Nice.
For the first time for a Pride event. We had a really fun little show there. I went to Pittsburgh for Bottle Rocket. That was cute. I've been bouncing around.
You've been doing it.
Yeah.
You're showing up.
I'm showing up.
You're showing up. You don't need a mandated day to show up.
Yeah, you find your pride in your...
That's what I did. I was in Vegas. Ooh, very divided country.
Whoa.
Oh, but it was so much fun. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I had a blast.
And let's break down the division of the country piece by piece.
Yeah. Well, I divided the country as well.
Yeah, okay.
I had a clip kind of go viral. And over a very controversial topic facing this country as a whole.
Okay.
And that is Labubus.
Oh my God, yeah.
And people were either
are you
pro it or against it.
Your take on Labubu.
My take on the Labubu is...
Was it a vicious takedown of the Labubu?
I don't think it was that vicious. Did I get called a boomer? Did I get told to kill myself by a woman who had John 3:16 in her bio? Yes.
Amazing.
But,
Okay, what's your take on Labubu?
Well, I was with Elisa Donovan.
Okay.
She's in Clueless. We were talking about the 30th anniversary. And all of a sudden, I just started seeing these little, plushies everywhere.
Yes.
Like, they were just... I was like, this is weird. Is this a new trend?
Yeah.
And I dove in. Sure enough, people were putting them on their Birkins. People were adults.
Yes.
And I was just kind of like, all right. And then while I was in Vegas, the clip just kind of went crazy because it kind of peaked the trend. And now people were coming for me, calling me a boomer.
Okay.
Coming for my Vans sneakers, which is a California staple. And I'm sorry, I brought out my new custom Nikes today. Bitch. And so, yeah, it was just really, really crazy. And then some people were like, thank you, I've been saying this. Enough is enough. And now, I think Louis Vuitton is coming out with their own version of a Labubu.
Oh, they all. Loewe has. Wait, but what was your take? They're gross, I hate them?
Well, no, here's the thing. I don't hate them. I just think it was just I don't jump on trends because the trends tell me to.
Yeah, we're in our 50s. That's not for us.
Well, as someone who was on the Titanic.
Yeah.
As a boomer, I just felt it's cool. I get it. There were munchie cheese. There were beanie babies. The
way you say it sounds like slurs.
Munchie cheese?
Everything you're saying, I'm like...
Yeah.
Well, the take was that if you put a Labubu on your Birkin bag, you probably have not dealt with your childhood trauma.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's an infantilization of millennials.
Oh, yeah.
We are fighting every single day.
Some people were getting the joke. I had some people stitching it, and it was really, really fun.
Yeah.
Some people were understanding.
Wait, I can't wait to go engage with this
some
content.
People wanted me dead.
Wait, can we keep it going?
Yeah.
Can I show you? Okay, so I've been thinking about caving into the trend.
I swear to God, if you pull out a Labubu out of your asshole right now,
well,
what happened?
Okay, before I explain, I'll just... Are you getting that?
Yeah. See? Okay.
So what you're seeing here...
This is a hybrid of sorts.
Yes! Okay, so I've been thinking about going because you see the trend and then you go, well, it's clearly not for me. I'm not doing that. But then enough time goes and it's like an earworm and it just starts to, then you're like, you know what, wait, actually, maybe I do want it. And then there's some catharsis in surrendering to a trend.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about it and I've been kind of wondering. But then I just today, as I was leaving to come here.
Yeah.
I thought, I just remembered, oh my God, what have I been holding on to for the last 15 years?
CrabApple.
You know what? You know it's CrabApple?
I kind of guessed, but kind of knew.
It's CrabApple, bitch! Okay, so this, I have had this sitting in my home for 15 years. It survived a move.
Yeah.
I kept it through a move.
Yeah.
Because when I was a little boy, I loved My Little Pony. And that was like my family's first like inkling that I was
gay.
And it became like a cute thing in retrospect of like how much I used to like My Little Pony. And then when I moved to LA 15 years ago, my mom and dad were crying at the airport. And then they go to get McDonald's on the way home. And then my mom got a Happy Meal, and the toy in the Happy Meal was a My Little Pony.
Vintage.
Yeah, so my mom was like, took that as a sign. And it literally was. How sweet.
That's heartfelt.
This was this was surely like when she, like we all gasped when this was the toy. So eventually it was in her home and I was like, wait, can I have this? I want this. And I've just kept it. And then I just realized I had it. I threw it on and here I am.
Keep it.
This is better than a Labubu because this is like, I'm wondering if I should just like.
It reminds you of your mom.
Yes, my mom. It's like, it's two trends in one. It's Beanie Babies, it's Labubu.
And then you know what's going to happen? You're going to get Labubu shamed. And you know what you need to do?
Yeah.
Stand up for the CrabApples out there.
Yeah.
Who are like, you know what? I don't need your Labubu. This is an OG keychain for the bag, for the keys. Yeah.
Labubu.
In vintage. That's an antique roadshow.
A part of me is like, can I tell you? And this is where I am from hell. I brought a Ziploc bag because maybe I don't want to do it.
Maybe you don't want to do it.
Maybe I'm like, actually, like this.
Maybe there will be a bully today. Yeah.
One day you're going to come, and it's already starting. You're going to come into my house and everything's just going to be in glass cases.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be nonsense in glass cases. And I go, don't touch that.
Yeah.
Don't touch that.
Just pickled memories.
Yeah. So maybe she actually needs to be in here.
No, not until like someone comes up to you or like, you know, an ICE agent or something, you know, and then you can.
There she is. So
I love it. I love it. But do not let the Labubu army be like, oh, are you poor?
Yeah.
Can you not afford one?
This is probably more expensive. I haven't looked. I'm going to go look online. I'm just going to look up like CrabApple,
Peach
plushie,
Blossom,
keychain, McDonald's.
Yeah.
Fucking 2010.
Yeah.
This is vintage. Maybe what is it going for? I imagine it might be more than $50, which is what a Labubu costs.
It's going to be worth more than Labubus will be in the future. Here's the thing, and they're also dressing them up. They're giving them like costumes and stuff, and I'm like, well, okay.
Have you ever looked up on Amazon like to buy one?
No.
Okay, so if you want to pull it up, it could be fun. So basically, like they sell just the outfits.
Yeah.
But they want to let you know that it's just the outfit. So what they do is they pixelate the face of the Labubu to let you know that you're not buying a Labubu, it's just the outfit. But it makes it look like porn.
I'm sure it is.
Because they're, look, see?
Oh.
Like how weird is that?
What is that, just a shell? Oh.
It's letting you know that the doll is not included. It's just the clothes. But their way of letting you know is by blurring out. And some of them are pixelated, not blurred.
Like it's a penis or something. They're just like, no, you can't see it.
So, or like they're in the witness protection program or something.
Yeah.
Or they didn't sign a waiver. I'm like, look at them.
Oh, people were saying like, you have a Lafufu, which I guess are the fake ones. And I'm like,
do you have one?
No, I don't have anything.
Oh, okay. Are you a bag person?
No, I have like a
crossbody boomer.
Yeah. Yep. World War II was really rough.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the next one. Well, that was that pretty much. Okay, I'm glad that you were like, you know what? I've got something. I'm going to make it my own.
Yeah.
I don't need to follow this trend. And if you are, good for you. I actually think people are sending me some to the studio to decorate. And I'm like, yeah, we'll put them in
actually, that's huge.
Yeah. I was like, we'll put them in the back. We'll put them somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'm a Labubu ally. I just think like, you know, there's people out there with like 20 of them across. And I'm like,
and they shouldn't be allowed to vote.
La-do-do you. Yeah. La-do-do you. Go for it. Not enough time for a complete balanced meal? Girl, I got you. That's where Huel comes in. Today's sponsor of the Just Saying podcast is Huel. That is Huel, spelled Huel. Lately, I've been having their Black Edition ready-to-drink meal in a bottle. It's got 35 grams of protein, 27 vitamins and minerals, and better yet, it's low in sugar. Huel is the perfectly balanced meal in a can. They come in flavors like chocolate and vanilla. It's incredibly affordable. I love it. I actually have been, I had one this morning on the podcast. It's so good if you don't have time for a complete balanced meal. I also take these bad boys with me on the road. So if I can't make it down for breakfast or lunch, just have one of these and I know I'm in good hands. Huel is the global complete nutrition brand with over 500 million meals sold. And for new customers shopping at Huel.com, you can try it for 15% off plus a free gift using my exclusive code SAYIN at Huel.com. Once again, that's 15% off plus a free gift for new customers using my exclusive code SAYIN, SAYIN, at Huel.com. Please see our description for the terms and conditions. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with Huel. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes so you can focus on what really matters. Well, let's get into some stories.
Okay. I'm so excited to start with this one.
You are? Okay, good. Now, Broadway, the Tonys obviously happened. I loved the Tonys. Great season for Broadway.
I love what happened there.
Which part?
All of it. I'm so happy for Cole.
Yes.
That's like just what an amazing dream to just watch that play out.
4 more years. 4 more years.
And here's the thing. I think that is something that's really interesting. I think it's really interesting because I think like Broadway, and look, I could be wrong, and maybe I am, but I don't think I am. But I feel like Broadway is like so expensive, right? And it's so in that way exclusive. And it's like these buildings and these tickets, and it's like this like tradition. And I can only imagine that the people who fund Broadway are very likely Republican, or at the very least, centrist Democrats who are essentially Republicans. And then I think about how expensive the tickets are and what that would do to the people who are allowed to come see this. I also imagine it's a lot of tourists, and a lot of people around this country are Republican. And I think when I think about Broadway, I do think that there's a huge Republican presence in Broadway.
Well, it is called the Great White Way.
There you go. So I just feel like this idea that like there might be a performer on Broadway who is a Republican being this like shock is like, I think it is a wake-up call for the Broadway community that you may not be the liberal haven that you think you are. And maybe there's something that can be done about that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a good discussion to have. I think it's like, they're not allowed to be talented?
I think her win, especially her winning that award too.
But do I want to see Marjorie Taylor Greene as Audrey 2 in Little Shop of Horrors? Yes.
It could be fun. Could be fun.
No costume needed.
Could be fun. It's like also like the Tonys or just like these awards in general. They're like these old like hashtag Oscars so white. Like we know this. Like these systems are really old and they're really like racist and they're everything. So it's like the fact that someone would think like because a star of a Broadway show is a Republican, they're not going to win the Tony. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
Yeah.
If anything, it would help. Like these things. Yeah, so I'm like, I think it's a good like wake up call moment for like culture to be like, hey guys, like, if also like look at the election. Like a lot of things are going on. Like we are so many Republicans in this world, and what are we going to do about it?
There's
and
bigger
like,
fish to fry. You know what I mean? But the story was Rachel Zegler, who is now playing Evita in the London production of Evita, is now doing this thing where the audience goes outside when she does her big balcony thing. I mean, and like sings from the balcony, Don't Cry For Me, Argentina.
Yeah.
And everyone's like kind of gagging for it. And
I'm gagging for it. I think it's so cool.
People are waiting outside for it to actually happen and passing out in the streets because it's so hot. So I think this is great. I think, especially after her like Snow White backlash or whatever, she's like, okay. And the girl can sing.
She can sing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
This country, this is my political platform. This country does not care about singing.
No.
Okay? This woman can sing.
Yeah. A theater blogger, Carl Woodward, told the BBC that he could understand why some theatergoers who'd forked out for a ticket felt a bit aggrieved since a trip to the theater for some is really a once-a-year occasion. So people are like lining up on the streets. And she's so in character. I'm not going to lie. It is a little weird for me. Because just like...
Why?
Because if you don't know what's happening, say you're just like at a cafe across the street.
Yeah.
And this happens, they're just like, my people. And you're like, what?
I know, yeah.
You know,
I think there's a great opportunity for content of someone like kind of hear it. You can hear it in the video or you can maybe see her a little bit, but they're doing something completely different.
And how is there not the guy who's just like, shut the fuck up? Like, how has that not happened yet?
Yeah.
And
I mean, it probably will.
I know, but what would she do? She just keeps going. She's a profesh.
Yeah, she's going to keep going.
So what was the thing that you said that it was like, there were no what?
Well, I saw the 2012 revival.
Yeah.
With Elena Roger, who cannot sing. Every time they do the balcony scene for the song, it's just like, it was just like a few people. So like, this is so exciting because it's a crowd on the actual balcony. And I don't know, it just feels...
No, you said there was like no shock. There's no shock. People, I'm trying to remember what it was.
Bloggers were saying there's a backlash. There's no backlash for this.
There's no backlash.
That's imaginary.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
They're like, there's such a backlash. I think it's kind of amazing. And I do like that it's like very interactive. I mean, what a cool way to do that.
And Sunset Boulevard did that too.
Yeah, they started out like
they go outside. The second act, it starts there outside. He's outside and he walks around.
Why not?
And I didn't know that too. So I'm seeing it and I'm just like watching like a video. And then, come to find out, he walks into the building and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, huh?
I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
Or imagine like you're just like walking down the street and like West Side Story is behind you, like snapping. You're like, I'm so sorry, I'm out. Let me get out of the way.
Yeah.
I love it. And I love that theater is like having a moment right now and it's back. We've got Jinx Monsoon is going to be.
Jinx.
I know. I can't wait to see that. I miss Cole. I miss that show. But
oh my God, have you seen it? You
not yet.
See it? Oh my God.
I know. Oh Mary.
It's truly like it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Yeah. And then
so wow.
Some of our divas are in the news this week, and because it is Pride Month, who's not a good theater goer is Madonna.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard, but Anthony Ramos from the Hamilton cast has officially called out Madonna for being on her iPad the whole time during one of his performances.
I'm on her side.
You are?
Yeah.
With her full-on, like, Samsung tablet?
I'm on my phone the whole fucking movie. Any movie I go see, I got my phone out. The brightness is down. Mind your business. Look at the screen, okay? The fact that she's on an iPad is so... it's just so cartoonish. This is funny.
I would lose
That's hilarious. But this is the best thing. Now for the rest of their lives, they can be like, remember that one time when I was in Hamilton and Madonna was there and she was on her iPad the whole time?
Yeah,
that's the greatest. She just gave you a gift.
Well, I mean...
was the brightness your 9 billion performance of Hamilton?
You'll
do 9 billion more.
And was the grill distracting from the reflection of the screen?
Oh my God.
That's what I want to know. And what was she looking at? Was she watching Rachel Zegler's balcony performance, being like, I did it better. I did it better.
Oh my God.
But also Hamilton, yeah. And also... they're like, I'm not gonna lose my shot. I'm not gonna miss my shot. Yeah.
Again here. This is yet another wake-up call for the Broadway community.
And
bitch, if you don't want Madonna on her iPad, figure it out.
Honestly, I think she was...
Figure it out.
I think
you're getting crucial feedback from the audience.
Mm-hmm. But I also think that she was just checking her set time for the Cellar later that night.
Yeah, should have known.
So she's like, when do I go up? Oh, Amy Schumer brings me up. Okay, great. But I don't know, that would drive me crazy. But also, were other people complaining? Because apparently they weren't.
I mean, I wonder, I do, just for personal, I wonder what her brightness level was.
It was bright. It was actually a ray of light.
Was she in night mode?
Was she what?
Was she in night mode?
No.
You know?
Madonna's never in night mode.
No. Because when I'm on my phone in the movies, night mode, brightness all the way down. I'm essentially looking at like a Kindle.
But where are you sitting?
Wherever I fucking paid to sit.
You're going to be like down there. Because I yelled, I don't know if you know that story, but I yelled at Chloe Grace Moretz at the movie theater once because she was on her phone.
Really?
It was during
her period.
The Purge. The Purge. Yeah.
The Purge.
She came in late to the movie with Brooklyn Beckham, full brightness, scrolling on her phone. And I got up and went over to her and said, "Get the fucking phone. We're trying to watch a fucking movie." And she goes,
whoa.
And she turned it off, and I turned around, and the entire theater was like, "Thank you. Thank you."
Wow.
And then we left, and we saw that it was Chloe Grace Moretz. TMZ was waiting for her, and they were like, "Chloe, how was the movie?" And I go, "She was on her phone the whole time. She didn't even see it."
Wow.
It was The Purge. I was heated.
All right.
Just Sayers, I've been telling you all about Z-Biotics helping us get all the fiber into our diets without changing what we eat. Getting enough fiber is so hard to keep track of these days, and that's why I started using Z-Biotics Sugar to Fiber Probiotic Drink Mix every single day. The PhD microbiologists over at Z-Biotics understand that 95% of Americans do not get their daily fiber intake, so they genetically engineered a probiotic drink mix called Sugar to Fiber. Now, Sugar to Fiber turns the sugar in the foods that I eat into a prebiotic fiber called leave-in fiber. It's really hard to get leave-in fiber from a typical diet, and it helps to improve the amount and diversity of fiber my body receives. So I started drinking Z-Biotics Sugar to Fiber every day because it makes me get closer to my daily recommended dose of fiber so much easier without needing to change my diet. And I really like knowing that this fiber was coming from sugar in foods that I was already eating. So every day, every morning, I will rip open one of these packets, throw it into a glass of water first thing in the morning. I will throw it into a smoothie. For breakfast, I will even take it in my water bottle for the gym. And it is so easy, and I love knowing that I'm supporting my gut health with this routine. And why? Because gut health is very important to me. That's why I'm adding Z-Biotics Sugar to Fiber to my daily routine this summer. It's an easy change to make, and it helps ensure that I'm getting the diversity of fiber my body needs daily. So Just Sayers, listen up. Go to zbiotics.com/SAYIN and use promo code SAYIN, SAYIN, at checkout for 15% off any first-time orders of Z-Biotics probiotics. Z-Biotics has a 100% money-back guarantee. So if you are unsatisfied for any reason at all, they will refund your money, no questions asked. Thank you, Z-Biotics, for sponsoring this episode. Have a fantastic Z-Biotic summer. Okay, so Madonna's a terrible theater goer. Then we're going to go into Barbra Streisand, another gay pride icon. Barbra Streisand makes a wild sex confession about Warren Beatty. Now, Warren Beatty was a huge stud back in the day.
Crazy spelling. I'll never stop thinking about the spelling of Beatty.
It's like B to T.
Spell it different.
Yeah. Barbra Streisand doubled down on her cheeky confession about her longtime friend Warren Beatty after admitting she couldn't recall if they had sex. In her 2023 memoir, My Name is Barbara, I know I slept in the bed with him, but I can't remember if we actually had penetration. Gross, Babs. I never want to hear that ever. I slept in the bed, but don't know if he was inside me.
Look, I can barely remember anything.
Thank you.
And I am 22 years old.
Yeah. Same.
So by the time I'm her age, I mean, it's all... If I ever make it to Barbra Streisand's current biological age, I will be on the ground screaming in pain.
Yeah.
I have sciatica that never goes away.
Yeah.
I don't...
Like over-calciumed bones.
All of it.
Yeah.
There's not enough Huel in the world
that
is going to save me.
I mean, it is pretty wild because Warren Beatty was definitely like an aloof gentleman of it, but I mean, Warren Beatty was so hot back in the day.
You know what's so crazy? Do you remember when you realized that all old man actors were hot? Like that, I forget who it was, but there was an old man. Oh, yeah, I know who it was.
CrabApple.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Godfather, who is it?
Marlon Brando?
Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
So as a kid, I know Marlon Brando to be like...
Yeah. That like the Jabba the Hutt Marlon Brando.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I see a picture of him when he was young, and I'm going, what the?
Streetcar Named Desire.
And then you realize, wait, were they all hot? And then they're all hot.
They were all hot and bisexual. Yeah. My God. James Dean. I mean, look at that. Natalie Wood.
Whoa, look at him.
I know. So hot.
Can we just look at hot guys?
He
for
was
the rest
so
of us?
hot. But Barbra Streisand was like, I don't remember if we had sex or not. Now, let me tell you another story.
Yeah.
This Pride that you missed, I was walking around West Hollywood with my fiance. We're just kind of like popping around a couple bars afterwards.
Can I see your ring?
And yeah.
Sick.
It's cute. It's a little classic. And we're talking to people. And they're like, Justin, how's it going? And I'm like, oh, I'm good. You know, how's it going? My fiance's like, how do you guys know each other? And they're like, oh, well, we like hooked up like 13 years ago. And I'm like, did we?
There you go.
I don't remember. I'm Barbra Streisand.
I
know we for so many next to each other, but I don't know if there was penetration. People.
She got a high lift.
Yes, she did get a high lift. Look at her. But here's the thing. She has a mall in her house.
Does she really?
Yes.
Is that real?
Yes.
What stores?
Her own stores. She has like a doll shop. She has like
It's a Spencer gift.
She has a full-on, like, it has like stone. The Play Byron
Wetzel's
cellar.
pretzel.
Yeah. Oh, I wish. Like Annie Ames. I think she's got like a Nike outlet down. No, she has like her own store in her house. Is it in Malibu?
Yeah, in Malibu.
Yeah, the one in Malibu. And there's a play based off of it called Byron Cellar. And
right.
Yeah, so she has all this stuff. She doesn't shop in her own mall. She just has one.
Cool.
But doesn't remember if she did or didn't sleep with Warren Beatty. Hey. Okay. Could you imagine
sleeping with Warren Beatty?
No, sleeping in that mall.
I mean, I think I will one day, actually.
She has a candy shop. Like, come on now.
One day I'll make it there.
Mm-hmm. It is a little terrifying. She has like her costumes and stuff down there. I would remember if I slept with Warren Beatty.
Yeah, 100%. But like it's Barbara's life. She's the highs we'll never know. So for her, hooking up with Warren Beatty, it was just like another day.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
That's her walking down the street on Pride and it's like, hey, remember 13
Not another
ago?
one. So.
God, she's so cool.
Moving on, we have Margaret Cho.
Oh, yeah.
Margaret Cho went on Kelly Mantle's podcast.
I saw this.
Which, if you're not watching Kelly Mantle's podcast, like, do yourselves a favor. It's so fun.
Get over there.
I love Kelly Mantle. But Margaret went on Kelly's podcast.
Also, Delta Works podcast is so fun.
I did Delta Works podcast, and I loved it so much. I just was like, before I woke up, or before I went to bed, rather, I was like, what wig am I going to get? What wig is Delta going to serve?
Oh, does she? Right.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
But Margaret says that Ellen DeGeneres, shocking, was rude to me. Now, did you know this story? Did you see a little bit of the interview?
I saw it.
So she says that back in the day, Margaret was like opening for Ellen many a time. And Ellen, once Margaret kind of got to that level of fame or whatever, Ellen had her on the Ellen show. And Ellen was like so dismissive of the fact that like Margaret was like, bitch, I opened for you for years.
Yeah.
Now, was that Ellen DeGeneres having Barbra Streisand brain?
Yeah.
Or what? You think that was kind of just like...
Oh, there's Lucia.
I know. Sweet little doggy.
Also, Margaret looks so goddamn good.
I know. She really does.
God, she looks good.
But I feel like this kind of justifies what everybody has been saying about Ellen. Like, she's so mean. And why wouldn't she acknowledge that she opened for her back in the day?
Yeah. I mean, do you think, is there a chance she genuinely forgot? Like, she's had so many openers in her like decades-long career that she just forgot?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
It felt pointed.
Yeah. Because I feel like...
I thought about both ways, where I thought like, I'm sure, even just from where I'm at now, you know? a non-celebrity who's only been doing this for 10 years, I'm sure there's someone who would come up to me and go, oh, I featured for you like 4 years ago, blah. And I'd be like, I don't remember that. Do you know what I mean?
But I mean, Ellen...
But I guess there's a difference between having an opener.
Yeah, but I feel like Ellen was huge, like in the late 80s, early 90s, you know, and Margaret was such a, and still is, such a, an ally and, you know, was really saying things that normal people weren't saying, you know, back then.
Yeah.
So I do think that is kind of weird. And especially like if your opener becomes famous too.
Yeah.
I think that would be like, hey, remember when we were on that show? And
totally.
I call bullshit on it.
Sure.
And I'm very, very proud of Margaret to be like, bitch, what?
Yeah.
It's like, because it just kind of justifies. And now Ellen doesn't even live here anymore. She's in another country.
Yeah. Are you watching her stories and stuff?
Ellen?
Yeah.
No.
I think maybe because I watched this, I've been shown more Ellen lately. And
what is she doing?
She's on her farm, you know.
Okay.
The chicken, the goats got into the chicken coop. So she had to get the goats out of the chicken coop to get the chickens back into the chicken coop. Yeah. Yeah. Here's what I'll say about Ellen is like, she was really mean. Don't be mean. You should be nice. You shouldn't be mean.
Yeah.
We put that woman through hell. And I think most talk show hosts turn out to be demons. And I think we need to like look at the system. Going, what's going on about the system of a TV show that is making this happen again and again and again and again and again?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'll say.
No, that makes sense. I mean, there's rumors Kelly Clarkson's like ready to bounce.
That's what I keep saying.
Yeah.
I keep saying.
And I love Kelly Clarkson.
When people are like going, when, you know, the dog piling, I go, 10 years from now, we'll see. Because we keep tricking ourselves into thinking, oh, well, the new one, and now it's good.
Yeah.
And now we fixed it.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we didn't.
Yeah.
Like 10 years, it just keeps happening. It's like, we're going to do it again. It's like, it's so possible that 10 years from now, we'll be hearing all about the Kelly Clarkson nightmares.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I don't think she's
no,
but my God, that's what we thought about Ellen.
They all start out so charismatic and great and excited and and then it's like they go through the machine and this crazy fucking machine is just chewing them up and stressing them out.
If Kelly Clarkson just snaps during karaoke, she's just like, I don't want to fucking do this, like on the air and be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow, she lost it.
There's a daytime talk show industrial complex that needs to be dismantled.
Mm-hmm. All right. Ozempic penis from there to there.
Okay.
What a transition.
Okay, I'm back.
Male users reveal shocking change to their genitalia after injecting the weight loss shot. A lot of men are now saying that not only are they losing weight, they are gaining girth and inches elsewhere. So, yeah, it's not going to shrink your size. A lot of male Ozempic users say their penises have gotten bigger since they started injecting the weight loss shot, with dozens of well-endowed fellas flocking to online forums to fawn over their expanded members. I recently measured myself down there and noticed I gained about 1 inch.
What?
Now I think people will say it's because of the fat loss. However, at the time I measured myself before...
Yeah, an inch is an inch.
I was thinner. Yeah. I also... bone pressed during measurement before and also this time. I'm sorry, what? Bone pressed? What is that?
I also bone pressed during measurement before and also...
Has anyone...
Oh, like, because someone is, maybe you're getting excited, so you're pressing down to the bone and not one time and doing, you know what I mean? Like you're
pressing against the pelvis?
Yes, exactly. To get the full length.
And that's called bone press?
That's what I'm thinking. That's just what my beautiful brain has come up with.
Let's not, bros. I'm sorry I was late. I was pressing my bone.
Yeah.
Sick. So yeah, apparently men are like, yeah, I'm getting a little bigger down there. A lot of women who are using Ozempic are finding out that they are more fertile.
What?
Yeah, there's a lot of Ozempic babies happening because it's helping them ovulate more and like get pregnant faster and easier.
Wow.
So, yeah, I had no idea. This guy says, yeah, my wife's definitely noticed a difference. I was 278 pounds down to under 200. Other men also claim that they had noticed a size difference after taking Ozempic, but put it down to better blood flow and reduced fat around the bone pressing area. Good for them.
I want medicine to go crazy. I want to ask the medical community for more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready. I want stem cells in every hole, like pumped into me. Like I want whatever.
Scrotox.
Yes. I want it all. I want to be healed.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get if we're having all of these horrendous technological advances, if there are police robot dogs, which they're going to strap a gun to that thing's head any minute now.
Oh yeah, I mean it literally is
running
the Black Mirror episode.
As fast as a car with a goddamn rifle on its head. If we have to witness all of this, can we at least also get Ozempic cock? Can we get it all? Get it all. I speed it up. I don't ever want to charge my fucking phone again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to charge my phone. I don't want to have to say or type or write out at gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
How do we have AI, but I still have to say at gmail.com?
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy for Ozempic dick, and I actually want more.
I want everything should have autofill.
Everything.
Why are we sending things for me to sign on my computer?
That is better than doing it on paper, though, right?
Is it?
I think it is. I've heard this take from other people, and I'm like, wait, is it better that you have to sit there in the morning and write your fucking address again?
Yeah.
That's fair. Better? How?
No, I'm agreeing. I get that.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I'm with you on that. Let's just do it already. All of it. Give me all of it.
A canvasser outside of Trader Joe's asked me for my signature, and I was like, just forge it. You got it. Take it. Yeah.
Oh.
He didn't do it, but I'm like, what are you even asking for?
Yeah.
Just forge it.
What procedure would you have done?
Stem cells in every fucking hole.
Every hole.
Every corner, every joint, every...
Have they made a stem cell drink yet? Can you drink stem cells?
I don't know. I don't know if it would permeate where it needs to go,
Oh.
Into all of your
Because right now they just have collagen.
Fascia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just want the stem cells everywhere. Put them, see what happens. Stem cell facial, stem cell injections into my shoulder, into my neck, into my back, into my knees. Stem cells straight, a stem cell enema.
Oh, stem cell enema.
I want all of it. A stem cell oral rinse. I want to just, a stem cell cold plunge.
Stem cell eye drops. Yeah. I like it. Ooh, a stem cell cold plunge would be fun.
Yeah.
Stem cell sauna.
Fill me.
Yeah.
Fill me with baby juice.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Wait, what?
Isn't that what stem cells are?
I don't know. Are they? I think so.
It's like this, right?
Yeah. They're from embryo.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why they're...
Baby juice.
Baby, yeah.
That's why they're so controversial.
Baberade.
Yeah.
All right. Going from Ozempic penises, the hottest summer blockbuster has shaken...
Is it Mint Mobile?
Pride Month. No, it is 28 years later.
Oh, okay.
We have our first ever zombie dong. We have the walking dong is we have a massively hung alpha zombie serving a major purpose after the sequel's big twist. I haven't seen it yet. I'm not going to reveal the twist. I don't know what it is.
Wait, is this movie critics named Critica?
Critica.
Yeah.
Yeah. What in the Hunger Games hell?
Wow.
Critica has written...
A movie critic named Critica.
Yeah, so there is a twist with its alpha zombie whose primal dominance reflects deeper meaning and themes of civilization. So, I read up a little bit of this movie. Lee, have you seen this? You're straight.
I have not.
Okay.
I will, though.
I kind of will, too. I'm very excited about it. The director did an interview. Are you big into the 28 Days Later?
No, not at all.
So, we had 28 Days Later... 28 months later, and now 28 years later.
Okay.
So 28 years later is now taking the zombie genre and saying, hey, these zombies have advanced in the past 28 years. They have formed different tribes. A lot of the zombies who are fast and quick, the hunters, like they hunt deer, they kind of stick together, they're thinner.
The way I am fighting to pay attention.
Yeah, I know. No, hold on.
I'm like...
But now there's also other zombies who are a little slower and a little fatter. And like they eat, like they're the gatherers, they eat worms and berries and shit. So they're not just like, eating brains and all that stuff. So they've kind of like formed their own tribes. But now there's just this naked one with a huge dong.
Whoa.
Massive. In fact, I saw a TikTok about it. And the guy was like, me watching 28 Days Later. And he's like, because it was so, but I'm like, good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet soon there'll be like some think piece about how much dick we're seeing in movies. Because it used to be all tits. And it's not really a bunch of tits anymore. It's a lot of dick.
What a bush.
We're seeing so much dick. And I wonder what that means culturally. And someone, maybe Critica will write about it.
Critica really needs to be a good critic and write a piece. No pun intended.
Can we find it? Can we find a picture of it?
I looked. I couldn't.
We can't find it?
I was like, no, cut to me.
That looks like me.
Cut to me in my Vegas hotel room. I'm like, zombie penis 28 years later. Yep.
There is an article that says legally required to wear a prosthetic penis.
Of course.
Legally.
Yeah.
Wait. The zombie was legally required to wear... Oh, interesting.
It wasn't real. They're never real. Heads up, they're never real. Yeah. The nudity laws kept the alphas hog. Can we not, Barbra? Barbra Streisand wrote this, the alphas hog.
Yeah.
From going hog wild during the production of 28 years later. Now, I get it. And every time there is a dong, we all kind of go into a frenzy.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, what's the question they always ask?
Is it real?
Is it real? Is it real? Yes, that's a real zombie hog.
Yeah. You think that would be the one that they would be like allowed to show? It's dead.
You think, right?
Yeah.
But now I want to see it.
Is Ralph Fiennes in these movies?
No.
Okay.
But also, I love that they're just crediting this thing as the massively hung alpha.
Yeah.
If that is not a time in this country right now that every guy who considers him an alpha wants to be. So how do you identify yourself as? Well, I'm a massively hung alpha.
Yeah.
Oh. But also, that's terrifying.
It also, he kind of looks like the guy from White Lotus, who was also in The Unicorn.
The Unicorn? What's The Unicorn?
It was a short-lived CBS sitcom that I was on for a second. That's why I know it. What's that guy's name?
You were on the show with him.
He was in The Relationship.
Oh,
Walton Goggins.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Do you see the mom brain that I have at 22 years of age?
Walton Goggins. You need some stem cells in those.
That's what I'm saying.
Some brain stem cells.
Fill me up.
Yeah.
Fill me up. Walton Goggins.
I could get Walter Goggins in there. Or,
Doesn't it look like him?
A little bit. Yeah, I could see that. But also, I want to see it. Like, I feel like I'm at that point now where I'm just kind of like, the world's ending. Let's see what a post-apocalyptic penis looks like.
Yeah.
Just so we know what we're getting into. Show it to me, Rachel, please. Please, Rachel, baby.
You want to see it?
Did anybody's nudes leak? Hold on. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I want to see, like, if there's any, like, celebrity penis. Because I feel like we had the dad from White Lotus. We had Theo James from White Lotus.
Oh, yes. Wait, was the dad's dick out?
Yeah, remember he was sitting in the robe and he was like...
Oh, that's right.
And they were like, Dad, stop! And everyone was like...
Yeah.
And then... I'm trying to think if there was like any like good celebrity like junk. The Train Daddy from Gilded Age.
Oh, I have not seen Gilded Age. Get out. That's a good place to end it.
You haven't?
No. I'm not really like big into like when people have like fancy accents. I'm like, oh.
Fancy accents, they're American.
But aren't they all like continental or whatever, British?
No, they're. I mean,
okay, fine. If I see a corset, I'm like,
there it is, corset shaming. Yeah. Wow. If you thought Labubus were controversial,
yeah,
corset shaming. In this social climate, well, check it out. It's such a great show.
Okay,
I can't wait to start it. Season 3 just premiered over the weekend. But Jared, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Fun?
I really did.
This was really fun. Please come back anytime. Please tell everyone where they can find you, follow you, all that jazz.
You can find me everywhere at Hey Jared Hey, HeyJaredHey.
At gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Yeah.
Well, also, guys, thank you for listening. I'll be in New York, in Brooklyn, actually, at Second City, July 2nd with Leslie Jones and Eleanor Kerrigan. So get your tickets.
Fun.
There, our dear, dear friend Lenny, Miss Lenny Penny. She moved back to New York and she's doing her Yearlywood show there. Mm-hmm. So get tickets to that. And we will see you next time. And as always, have a great week. See you next time on the Just Saying podcast. Bye, guys.